Charlie Javice, the fall of a startup prodigy. Stick around to the end of this story, and I promise you'll walk away with insights that could reshape how you view the entrepreneurial world and maybe even inspire your next move. Picture this: the glowing covers of Forbes, dazzling spotlights on young prodigies, and the intoxicating allure of a dream too big to fail. Charlie Javice was one such prodigy, a name whispered in entrepreneurial circles and hailed as the next great innovator. Her story was everything we're told to admire: ambition, grit, and the audacity to dream big. But beneath the surface lay a story that was anything but the fairy tale it appeared to be. Let's take it back to where it all began, the spark of an entrepreneurial flame. Charlie's journey started in New York City, where she grew up in an affluent family and attended an elite French-American private school. Even in her teenage years, she wasn't just thinking outside the box. She was redesigning the box itself. A trip to Thailand ignited her first big idea: microfinance loans for underprivileged communities. It sounded noble, groundbreaking even. She launched PoverUp, a non-profit platform that promised to end poverty with a click of a mouse. But it didn't. There's no record that PoverUp ever delivered a single loan, and yet the media hailed her as a visionary. Her name plastered across headlines and magazines. This was the first red flag, but no one noticed or cared. The glow of ambition can blind even the sharpest critics. Building Frank. The big idea. After graduating from Wharton, Charlie turned her sights to a new challenge: simplifying the FAFSA process for students. If you've ever tried navigating the federal student aid system, you know it's like solving a Rubik's Cube blindfolded. Her solution? Frank, a platform that promised to make applying for financial aid as simple as snapping a photo of your tax returns. It was marketed as fast, free, and honest, the kind of innovation that felt almost too good to be true. And maybe that's because it was. Frank quickly raised over $20 million in funding and attracted 300,000 users. On paper, it was a runaway success. Charlie was now on the prestigious Forbes 30 Under 30 list and rubbing elbows with industry titans. But behind the scenes, cracks were forming. In 2017, the Department of Education issued a cease and desist letter accusing Frank of misleading marketing practices. Still, Charlie pressed on, perfecting the art of spinning setbacks into stories of resilience. The JP Morgan heist. Fast forward to 2021, and Frank caught the attention of JP Morgan. The banking giant was eager to enter the student financial aid space, and Frank seemed like the perfect acquisition. During negotiations, Charlie claimed Frank had 4.25 million users, a number so impressive it sealed a $175 million deal. But here's where the story takes a turn that even Hollywood couldn't script. When JP Morgan asked to verify those 4.25 million users, Charlie stalled. She cited privacy concerns. But the truth was simpler. Frank didn't have 4.25 million users. It didn't even have close to that. In reality, the number was less than 300,000. Facing a crossroads, Charlie made a choice: not to come clean, but to double down. She hired a data expert to fabricate 4 million fake customer accounts. Yes, you read that right. When JP Morgan's due diligence team reviewed the data, they bought the lie. The deal went through, and Charlie walked away with a $10 million payday and a promise of millions more in retention bonuses. The house of cards collapses. For a while, it seemed like Charlie had pulled it off. But lies, like houseplants left untended, don't thrive forever. JP Morgan's marketing team sent an email blast to Frank's supposed customer base, only to find that most of the emails bounced. Alarm bells rang. A deeper investigation uncovered the fake accounts and the elaborate lengths Charlie had gone to deceive. By December 2022, JP Morgan had filed charges against her, and the dream began unraveling. In April 2023, she was found guilty on 4 counts of fraud and faced the possibility of up to 100 years in prison. Her fall from grace was swift and merciless. Lessons from a cautionary tale. Charlie Javice's story is a masterclass in ambition gone awry. It's a stark reminder that in the world of startups, where fake it till you make it often feels like a mantra, the line between optimism and deception is razor thin. She wasn't just selling a product, she was selling a dream, one that even she couldn't live up to. But her story also shines a spotlight on the broader ecosystem that enabled her. In an era of low interest rates, easy money, and social media's ability to blur fact and fiction, Charlie's rise and fall feels almost inevitable. So, what's the takeaway? Maybe it's this: ambition is a double-edged sword. It can build empires, but it can just as easily destroy them. And in the end, authenticity and integrity aren't just buzzwords. They're the foundation of any lasting success. Thanks for sticking around till the end. I hope Charlie's story left you with more than just intrigue. Maybe it sparked a thought, a question, or even a moment of self-reflection. If it did, I'd love to hear about it. Let's keep the conversation going, because the best stories are the ones we share.